But all of it, every component of this program has enabled me to enrich my life, my way of thinking, and how I go about approaching doing the successful thing. I've done the failure thing too many times in my life. And this is a wonderful time for me, and I'm just very grateful to you all.
The job market was hard for me. I did almost 20 years in prison, 18 and a half years, almost 20 years in prison. And standing on those long lines, waiting to be interviewed and seeing all the people who had college degrees and things of that nature, that wasn't very inspiring. I can actually see myself now having a career in an industry that I didn't even know was a career. The work itself is rewarding, not so much about the paycheck, which is great, like that's important, but to be able to understand that what I'm doing matters and is important to the process of how a grocery store works.
I lost hope, and I thought it was over for me, but when I came back to hope, they showed me the way, to stay positive, and show me that it's all right. It's like now I'm working here, and that's a good thing.
I would like to be a strong provider, someone my children can look up to and love, someone my wife would be grateful for. I just want to be a good man, and I believe Hope has sent me on my way with that.
So everything we do, we kind of do it with our heart and do it with our brains at the same time, and I think the combination is one that's really special and leads to results like 74% of our graduates getting jobs, 87% of them still working 90 days later, and 74% still having a job 1 year later. And we're really proud of those results.
In terms of retention and in terms of maintaining their job, it has to come from an internal motivation that we can't teach. We can only provide the tools to find that. We treat them as adults. We give them that freedom to be able to figure out what they want to do rather than a prescriptive certain type of focus that I don't have any right to tell another adult what they should be doing. I can only present the choices and options and allow them to come to the decision of what they want to do. And it changes the way they may approach life altogether.
When we started ramping up for the holidays here in our e-commerce department, we went to the Hope program and they brought us some really great candidates.
Right now I cut cheese, prepare it for all the baskets that's going through, and all the orders, and tasting cheese too. That's a big thing too.
I think as soon as I met them and shook their hand and saw the light in their eyes, I think I knew that it was going to be a good fit. And they've worked out great. They're all very hard workers, and they show up on time, and they know what to do, and they go home at the end of a long day and come back the next day. That's all we can ask. If you're setting someone up for success by putting them in the right position, I would say it's absolutely worth doing.
We want to make sure that the match is not just good for the student, but it's good for the employer. We know what the employer wants. We understand their business model. So we're able to, in working with the students, know what their skills are and what their strengths are, and we make sure we match them, not just on their skills, but the environment that they're going to be in that job.
Our responsibility here at Hope is just to point out the positive, to point out what you can do. See, everyone else, including yourself, have already pointed out what you can't do. So we don't speak that here.
I have been a graduate of this program way over 15 years ago. I walked through the door knowing everything and walked out realizing I knew nothing. For me, hope is life. That's why.